am Megan Edwards for MiningIR. We are at the final day of the mining investment event here in Quebec City. I'm joined by Saf Dhillon, who's the president and CEO of iMetal Resources, Inc., which trades on the TSX Venture under the symbol IMR, on the OTCQB under IMRFF, and on the Frankfurt Exchange under A7V. Saf, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Can you share with us a little bit about your background and what led to you to take the helm at iMetal Resources?
Sure. Okay, I was involved with a renewable energy company, actually, basically from a $2 million basic startup. And I helped grow that company over a decade plus, 12 years. Grew that company to, at its peak, about $450 million US. We had about 15 analysts covering the stock. It was an 12-year overnight success story. We were dealing with guys like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, RBC out of Houston. So a lot of the larger cap banks and bankers. And I think really off the success of that company, I got asked to be an independent director on iMetal about 7 years ago, I think. And then within 6 months, the board asked me to take over as president, CEO.
Wow. That was fast.
Yeah.
For those who are unfamiliar, can you provide an overview of iMetal Resources and its primary focus within the mining sector?
Sure. Yeah, we've got 3 projects. 2 are gold focused in Ontario. Then we got a graphite project just across the border into Quebec. Our focus really is, although we do have a number of successful drill holes on the graphite project, our primary focus is really our Gowganda West project, which we just announced recently. I think this might have been one of your questions, but we just announced recently that we hit a discovery hole.
Okay.
All our holes, we've done about a half a dozen in the last drilling program. All our holes encountered gold mineralization, but it was hole number 4, the one that is classified as the discovery hole. And it's about 50 meters of just under a gram of gold in the ground. And I think one of the things that really kind of is exciting about that is because you have to understand where we're situated. And we are less than 500 meters from a well-known deposit called the Juby Deposit, which we share a border with our neighbors.
iMetal has several projects, including Gowganda West, Ghost Mountain, and Carheil. Could you highlight the significance of these projects and any recent developments?
Yeah, and I think the really big story here is we think that we're onto something. Our technical team thinks that if we can drill another 4 to 6 holes that are similar grade, if not better, and they think that there's no reason why the holes and the grades shouldn't be better, because now they kind of have an idea of which way the structure seems to be going. So pretty quickly, they think we could be sitting on 300,000 or 400,000 ounces of gold. 300,000 or 400,000 ounces of gold is not a company maker, but if you look in relation to where it is or what it's next to a fairly large structure. So we're getting pretty excited. We think we're on something now.
Okay, you think so?
I think so.
There have been reports, we kind of touched on this a second ago, of promising drill results at Gowganda West. Can you elaborate on the findings?
Yeah, as I just mentioned, it's basically 48.5 meters of 0.85 grams per ton. And we want to continue doing that. We're about to kick off financing. We'll be looking to raise approximately 3 million Canadian, continue the success that we've had at Gowganda. And then, of course, we'd like to put a little bit more money to work at our graphite project as well, as we've encountered multiple graphite layers and jumbo high-grade flakes.
Okay. Are there any strategic partnerships or collaborations that iMetal is pursuing to advance its projects?
That's kind of a tough question, but there are potential strategic partners in our neighborhood, I'd like to say.
Okay.
And we're currently not in any discussions with anybody, but I think that there's 1 or 2 partners I think that this would make sense.
Yeah.
There's a number of mines in the area. There's a number of mills in operation. So all the majors, the mid-tiers, anybody who's got a mine in operation or a mill that's producing gold, they're going to need feedstock. Right. And we're hoping to be potential supplier of this said feedstock going forward.
Given the current state of the gold market and global economic conditions, what's your outlook for the industry and how does iMetal position itself within this context?
I think the outlook is, I think it's looking really bullish. And I think we all can agree that, with gold, sitting at near all-time highs, we would have liked to have seen, we would have liked to have seen, the money kind of trickle down to us juniors a lot sooner. But I think that, that time's coming. And I think companies like ours who, we've had to endure a restructuring within the last couple of years, but we're about to be refinanced. So having a good cap structure, having a great asset in a great location, because like I said, we're surrounded by majors and we're surrounded by proven resources around us. We want to be building on that foundation. And I think we're poised for some serious growth.
Absolutely. What should investors and stakeholders be watching from iMetal Resources in the next 6 to 12 months?
I think what you can expect to see is an announcement of a financing, closing of a financing fairly quickly, and getting back to work, getting a drill bit turning, and hopefully getting some more assays out real soon.
And if anybody wants to contact you or wants any more information, how do they go about doing that?
Our website is iMetalResources.ca.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Meg.
Absolutely.
Pleasure.